So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to deal with the topic from word to the walls, how language reinforce classical distinction. Here is my academic information. Then there is a table of content, and here is my research question and hypothesis. So my research question is, how does particular word in literature reflect and reinforce class distinction, shaping social hierarchy and power dynamics? And my hypothesis is, in literature, a word is not just a means of communication but a tool that reinforces a class barrier. The word used by character reflect their social status, either establishing dominance, creating exclusivity, or dehumanizing lower classes, ultimately maintain societal divisions. Here is an introduction. So the language not only communicate meaning but also reinforces social hierarchy. So as we all know that we find a class division from a story of Mahabharata and Ramayana, that there is a were four class division like Kshatriya and Brahmin and Shudrak. In that way, in today also we have two classes according to the money status, that elite class and lower class. So in literature, words reflect these class divisions and So, in the Great Gatsby's old spot, Mark Gatsby's attempt to fit in with the elite, while hard time reduced worker to hands. Similarly, in 1984, Proles dehumanized the lower class. These examples show how language maintained class division in both fiction and reality. So I select three novel. One is A Hard Time by Charles Dickens. Second is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and third one is 1984 by George Orwell. So let's begin with The Hard Time. So in Hard Time, we find one particular one hence that used for a middle class people. So the industrialistic like Mr. Boundbury and other people who are in power that use this word to show their economic sustainability. And this word used for factory workers, especially characters like Stephen Blackpool, who struggle against this dehumanization. The word ignore their personal identity, reduce them to tools of labor rather than people with emotional and lives. So here is some references from original text, that how elite class people treat the labor. They don't only say the hands, but he believe that they are not a human, and they are born to be as a worker. So here is one line: so many hundred hands in this mill, so many hundred hands in that, so many hundred horse steam power. So this line reflected how elite class treat labor. Then he held no station among the hands who could make speeches and carry on debates. So they believe that the lower class has no power to speak against power. Uh, and also this line, he meant to be clear of the town very early before the hands were in the streets. Then here is one passage from Josian Boundbury of Cape Town. So he believed that he has money, and he has a power to treat as he want two hands. Then second is the old spot in the Great Gatsby. It word majorly used by J. Gatsby, and she picked this word from Dane Cody, the wealthy yacht owner, who introduced him to the luxurious lifestyle. And this word mainly used uh, for a people who have old money. So it is especially used with the Nick Carraway and Tom. And this word all sport used in novel around 45 times. And here we see that Gatsby used this word in very common terms, like to say good morning, good night, and also that I thought you knew all sport. I'm afraid I'm not a very good host. So he try to show his status, and also try to convey that what Tom and Nick. Then in the uh, another quote, that don't you call me all sport. So Tom stop him to call him all sport. And last one is, look here, all sport, you don't make much money, do you? So here Gatsby try to realize them that there is not his money, because Tom and Nick have old money, uh, and Gatsby develop by his own self. And third one is a Proles in 1984. This novel written by George Orwell, and Prole is used by a ruling party member like Goldsmith and O'Brien and Bigby, and for a working class citizen, particularly the Proles in 1984. The term is meant to dehumanize them, stripping them of individuality, reducing them to a collective mass, reinforcing their powerlessness and lack of importance. So proles is basically come from a proletarian. It is a short form of proletarian, and here the proles is used in this novel around 47 times. And uh, very first quote reflected the proles are not a human being, so they are treated like a tool, and as a they are not a human being to treat very well. uh, and another quote by Winston: "If there is a hope," wrote Winston, "it lie in the prole." So we see in movie that Winston see the woman, and see that if there is a hope, then proles are make a civilization. Then the proles were naturally inferior, who must be kept in subjection like an animal by the application of a few simple rules. So elite class believe that proles are not born to rule, or not has any power. They are naturally born to be inferior. The proles are a human being, he said aloud. We are not a human. Then last is one, the dumb masses, whom we habitually refer to as the proles. So this quote reflected the how people see the proles as the dumb masses. Then here is a comparison of all three novel. So first is a old spot. It used by Gatsby, a target to Nick and Tom, and his purpose to social acceptance and illusion of class. And words effect is highlight Gatsby's outsider status. Then hands from a hard time. It speak by upper class and for a factory workers, and its purpose is humanization and control, and reinforces workers' operation. Then proles. It speak by party member for a lower class citizen. Its purpose is a political subjugation, and maintain party dominance and suppress rebellion. So here is one example of one serial that was released in 2014. In particular serial Udan, it showed the word bandhwa is referred to a bounded labor under the oppressive land order system, highlight class and social economic exploitation in rural India. The word reinforces a theme of slavery, power, imbalance, and lack of autonomy. And social linguistic insight is Bandhwa reflect the India's long standing feudal hierarchy, as noted in Udan, critic post-colonial India's continued struggle with systematic inequality. So here is a conclusion that that's how selected words reinforces a class distinction by shaping identity and power dynamics. As I mentioned earlier, that it keeps on continue from Mahabharata and Ramayana to 19th century in hard time, 20th century in Old Spot and 1984. Then in 21st century, the serial like Udan represent the conflict. So this is from my side. Here is a references, and now you are free to ask question.
My question is, how does language shape self-perception perceptions along different social classes?
So the particular language shape the self deception. For example, Gatsby call Tom to all sport because he wants to show his wealth status, where his working class, his working place, his education, etc. So that's how language shape the self perception.
Krishna, my question for you: can similar linguistic markers of class be found in contemporary politics and media?
Yes, we cannot say that properly. It remark as a social class, but some words like hustler and nepo kids that not show the lower class, but it try to mark one group that different from other. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, so a very quick recap. We have to start the next session also. So in the last presentation, Krishna, it was a very good idea that you